Um, so, Hi sir, I am Christian A. Avergonzado from BSIT 2A. I'm here to answer the question you gave us in midterm exam part 1. So the first question is, what do you understand by database? So for me, database is an organized collection of data generally stored and accessed electronically from a computer system. The database management system, or DBMS, is the software that interacts with end users applications in the database itself to capture and analyze the data. So the data can then be easily accessed, managed, modified, updated, controlled, and organized. Most databases use structured query language, or SQL, for writing and querying data. So the second question is, enlist the advantages of DBMS. So reducing the data redundancy. The file-based data manage system contain multiple files that were stored in many different locations in a system or even across multiple systems. Next, sharing of data, data integrity, data security, privacy, backup and recovery, and data consistency. Third question, enlist the advantages of SQL. I have 4 advantages about SQL. First is well-defined standards. Long-established are used by the SQL databases that are being used by ISO and ANSI or ANSI. Portability. Next, portability. SQL can be used in laptop, PC, server, and even some mobile phones. Next is interactive language. SQL is a domain language used to communicate with database. It is also used to receive answers to the complex questions in seconds. And lastly, multiple data view. Using SQL's language, the users can make different views of the database structure. Number 4 question, what is the purpose of aggregate function in SQL, and how might you use them for reporting purposes in a real-world scenario? An aggregate function performs calculations one or more values and returns a single value. The aggregate function is often used with the group by clause and having clause of the select statement. The AVG, or average aggregate function, calculates the average of non-null values in a set. Aggregate functions are often used in databases, spreadsheets, and statistical software packages now common in the workplace. Next question, what are the advantages and disadvantages of use in the database? Views can represent a subset of the data contained in a table. Consequently, a view can limit the degree of exposure of underlying tables to the outer world. A given user may have permission to query the view, while denied access to the rest of the base table. Number 6 question, define all types of join. I have a search about join. There are 4 types of join. First is inner join, returns record that have matching values in both tables. Second, left outer join, returns all records from the left table and the matched records from the right table. Third, right outer join, returns all records from the right table and the matched records from the left table. And lastly, full outer join, returns all records when there is a match in either left or right table. And lastly, last question, when to use function over stored procedures. Stored procedures can't be utilized in the SQL explanations any place in the where having select area where function can be. This may affect the question load in light of the fact that for each column return it will execute. Capacities that returns tables can be treated as another row set. So that's all, sir. Um, that's all, sir. Thank you.